I would like to welcome today Robert Blum. We just met each other recently because of this initiative as hashtag Smaller Relief. And I'm extremely grateful to you, Robert, for taking the time on such short notice to talk to me. It's definitely a great privilege, and I'm looking forward to our discussion. So first of all, if you don't mind, quickly introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what you have been up to, and yeah, what's been going on at poinz.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for having me in. Robert Blum. 35 years old. From Zurich. I'm the founder and CEO of poinz, as I told before. Before poinz, I worked in the financial sector for a classic bank here in Zurich for almost 5 years. I really enjoyed doing this, but I knew that I'm not the best man in numbers and figures. So I always tried to become an entrepreneur. So I tried different things. I wrote 3 or 4 business plans. And yeah, I think the 5th one was poinz. In the beginning, a digital version of the classic punch stamp card where you get the 11th copy for free. So I was looking for some tech guys to give me a prototype of this smartphone application that can do this digital version of the stamp card. So I found 2 guys in Zurich. We had the prototype after 6 months. And after this, I could write some B2B contracts in the first day. So I decided to quit my job at the bank and launch my own startup. That was 7 years ago. Today we are, I don't know exactly, 35 employees based all over Switzerland, and have a all-in marketing, mobile marketing solution for Swiss SMEs where they can handle all their marketing activities such as loyalty, customer retention, communication, winning new customers, and all kind of customer interaction. Like recommendations, gamification, couponing, and stuff. And yeah, today we have almost 2,000 businesses in Switzerland, and that's what I'm into at the moment.
That sounds like an amazing challenge. I remember the early days of poinz, and it's amazing that you have come so far and all the things that you have accomplished. So congratulations on that. That's a big accomplishment. So how have the last couple of weeks affected your business?
To be honest, very hard and not in a positive way. So our customer is the local business, is the SME, and they are affected very hard. So we are affected very hard. We have a couple of issues we're facing, or let's call it challenges, no problems. So getting new revenue, because we can't do any sales at the moment, and 50% of our employees are sales guys. So sales is impossible. That's why we applied for short-time work on this side, and then also accounts receivable, of course. This is a challenge to get money in from existing contracts, as many local businesses can't pay their bills. So we have to show that flexibility and postpone the bills. And in general, it's a big challenge to work from home office, as we have a very, very strong, close culture, and not seeing each other for meetings and for lunchtime, etc., makes it difficult to have the same commitment and the same passion for the job. But we could handle it over time, over the last couple of days.
So I mean, this is what I keep hearing. So essentially, I started this video series to talk to people like yourselves, and I think it's really important that we don't forget about the small businesses and the startup, because it's very easy, right? Everybody's in the situation. If you're not directly dealing or having a connection or a relationship with the startup, you may not even realize that there is something going on in their lives that is going to completely change them, or maybe they might not even exist anymore. So I think it's extremely essential that we have this exposure and we have this conversation. And you guys obviously have a really great and interesting business model. It's just a little bit more, or a lot more difficult in this particular time to actually get the business going and survive, right? But on a positive note, I saw that you launched a new initiative, and I would like to talk about that.
Yeah, sure.
So how is that going? Could you introduce us to that, and what can we do to help you?
Yeah, maybe I have to talk a bit how we came up with this idea, because we decided like 3 weeks ago that we want to contact every single partner of ours to ask them how we can support, or how they feel, how we can do anything for them. And yeah, so we had almost 1,000 phone calls within 1 week, and I mean the feedback was amazing, and all the stories they were telling us. So many of them were crying on the phone, thanks for contacting, do whatever you want, but help me. And not only the very small businesses, also like for example here in Zurich, big gastronomy chains, they were suffering big time, and they really were on the phone. I can't explain, but not as I expected. They can talk with us. And so we came up with the idea that we have to do something. And to be honest, I read about an idea from one of the WhatsApp founders, and in LA, that they built up a platform where businesses could buy, where customers could buy vouchers from the businesses now, to give them short-term liquidity and redeem it at a later stage when they reopen again. And so we took over this idea, adapted it for the poinz app. So we already had the whole infrastructure. So it was just a small tech change, and then it's only an idea about content, to get the content. But here we have the network, and we have the sales power to build a strong platform within a couple of days. And that's what we did. So we decided to kick out the whole existing content in the app and make space for all those vouchers from local business. So it's everything for free, of course, and it takes you, let's say, 5 minutes of effort, and you're already on the platform, and users can start buying your vouchers. Yeah.
It's amazing that you're doing this, and I'm sure not only on behalf of myself, but on behalf of a lot of people. I thank you for doing that. I think it's I had a look, and I think it's really, really, really cool. So where can people find this, and what do they need to do?
Actually, they need to download the poinz app, do the onboarding and stuff, from all the other apps, and then you can just explore around you or within Switzerland the businesses and their offerings, and then you can buy the offerings, meaning the vouchers, and paying directly by Twint or credit card, postcard. I mean, it's the most common paying methods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
and then
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go. Sorry.
After you bought a deal, it's in your wallet, in a digital wallet in the poinz app, and every voucher lasts for almost 1 year. And when the business reopens, you go there, go to your wallet, take the deal you bought, and you can redeem it by scanning a QR code at the point of sale, and then get 20, 50, 100 Swiss francs, whatever you want.
That's great. I will do this myself, today as well, so that I can post some stuff in addition to posting this video. I'll definitely post a link, and I'll post some additional information. Of course, I'll also support some small businesses through poinz. And I can only highly encourage people that are watching this video or reading the post to please, please, please do the same. If you're fond of these businesses, we have to support them now. We have to be there for them now, and we have to help them now. A couple of months means everything for a small business, and very often they don't have the resources to last this long. And so if we want them to still be there and support the economy, then we have to support them right now and be there for them. Maybe a second last question for you. What is some of the key advice that you may have for startups? You have heard so many stories now. So what is the advice that you give them?
For this special situation now?
Yes.
That's difficult, but I would say you have to be open for short-term change, especially in the strategic means. So we had a clear strategy we formulated for the last 2 years, and we should have big launches in this time now, and we skipped everything, and we were building a new strategy within 2 days. And I think special times need special decisions. So don't stick on what you decided earlier on. Be open to go new ways, but don't forget who you are and where you come from. So don't paddle around and try to take this and catch this. It has to be linear with your value proposition somehow. Otherwise, you're not credible outside there. But focus on something you can do now to come back to your core business later on. Yeah.
Absolutely. For whatever it's worth, I talk to quite a lot of startups as well, because I coach quite a few of them. And I keep telling them, this is an extraordinary situation. So do whatever you can to get through this difficult time, but also look at it as an opportunity. I said it a couple of times in previous interviews, but currently we're being handed lemons. And so it's really time to start making lemonade. And startups do have a lot of key challenges right now that make it very difficult for them. Small businesses, of course, as well. Medium businesses. So anybody out there right now who is in the market and is being active, of course, is struggling. But what I do see is a positive trend, and I'm so glad that you brought this up, a positive trend where people are actually looking at it as an opportunity as well to maybe branch out into something just the way that poinz is doing right now. And as challenging as it is. And I think the number one key thing for any business, there is no shame right now to reach out and ask for help. There is no shame. I think it's much worse to retract and not say anything than actually going out and saying, listen, we need your help. And you will be surprised how many people are actually out there and willing to help. And again, Robert, I'm super excited that you're doing this. I think it's really, really, really important. I cannot stress that fact enough. And I'll do everything I can on my side, including this video, but also other posts that I can to help support you guys. And
cool.
Maybe, to end on a little bit of a light note or a fun note, you just became Papa again, or a Papa for the first time, I'm sorry, 9 days ago, right?
I'm sorry?
You just became a father 9 days ago, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So no worries at all. So how does it feel? And, how is it to have, a small baby at home?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best thing you can experience. The phase to become that is very special, because we didn't know whether I can be aside my wife in the hospital or not. That's why we went there 10 days earlier to increase the chances. And now it's just crazy because I have to stay at home with my little boy. I'm not allowed to go out. So this is a very good thing for me. You know how I mean it. On the other side, a lot of work because there's no daddy break at the moment. So I try to fix both worlds in the best way. But to all you guys out there, it's the best thing you can do and you can experience. So the startup experience is nothing compared to what I experienced 9 days ago.
Well, I'm very happy for you and congratulations. It's such an important milestone, and I'm very happy for you and your family. And yeah, just, if you can, please keep going and keep doing the amazing work that you're doing. And I hope to very soon meet you in person so that we can have more exchanges and more discussions.